Hi everyone, welcome to J&D Gardens. We're here in Garden East today. And for those who are new to this channel, first of all, welcome. Thank you for watching. This is part 4 in our Canna lily series. Now, Garden East is our showcase garden where we grow a variety of Canna lilies. I think this year we had about 25 and we're always looking for new ones. Now, people often ask us how we're able to grow such a beautiful Canna garden every year. The answer is, it's all in the breeding. For a lot of these cannas, we've been growing them for years. And by that, I mean they come from the same plant year after year. And the way we do that is by either collecting the seeds or digging up the rhizomes and storing them until we're ready to grow them for the following season. But today, we're going to talk to you about collecting the seeds. We'll bring you a future episode on saving the rhizomes. Now, a quick little lesson on canna seeds for those who are not familiar with them. Cannas will bloom, at least here on the East Coast, from early July till well into the fall, depending on the frost date. Once they've bloomed and the buds are spent, they create these round, kind of spiky looking seed pods. Now, even though seeds have formed inside, the pods go through a maturing process before they become viable. They'll start off as bright color greens or purples and slowly start to dry out until the spikes become black and brittle and the pod itself becomes dry and crusty, not unlike a peanut shell. And what we always like to tell people is that you'll know when they're ready because the pod will seem like it's winking at you, when what it's really doing is just opening up and exposing the mature seeds. Now, cannas produce new buds and seed pods all season long, and we've actually been collecting them for months. Now, like we said, cannas can last well into the fall. We actually collect most of our seeds in November, which is when we wanted to bring you this video. Now, unfortunately, we had an unusually early frost this year in the beginning of November. Now, cannas are pretty resilient, where they can take a day or two of frost, but this lasted almost a week. And then oddly enough, the following week, it was back up into the 60s. Go figure. But it's pretty safe to say the damage has been done. Even though the stalks are still nice and green, the leaves are dying. I just don't see us getting any more buds, no matter how warm it stays this season. But there are still a bunch of good seed pods to collect, and we'll show you how to do that. Now, like we said, you can tell that the seed pods are ready when they resemble peanut shells, like this one. As far as these other ones, we're not sure if they're ready yet, but since it's the end of the road for these plants, we're going to collect them anyway and see what we find inside. So be sure to get yourself a nice set of pruners and just start cutting the stalks. This one has a combination of the peanut shells that I was talking about that are completely dried out and ones that were just about to actually turn that way. So I'm not really sure if the seeds in here are going to be ready or not, but we're going to find out. We're going to cut it anyway. Here's another one. And it's a shame that that frost came when it did, because a lot of these probably would have, we would have got a lot of seeds out of these. And like I said, this is completely brown, but it's not exactly like a peanut shell. So I'm not sure if these are going to be ready or not. But like I said, we're collecting them anyway. So here's another one. This has great, look at that. These seeds are actually peeking out. That's what I meant by winking at you. They're all winking, like all 3 sides of this one. This is a beautiful one. Gonna get a lot of seeds from this. There's another one. Not sure if this is gonna be any good, but we're gonna collect it. Here's another one that has a lot of the peanut shells I was talking about, but it also has some that were just about to turn peanut shell. And I'm hoping we can get some seeds from them. Okay. Some more. And as you go down the line, you get a little quicker with it. I'm just trying to explain to you what the branches are going to look like, what they can look like. I'm saving this one. This is my favorite one. This is all peanut shells. We're going to get a lot of seeds out of this. 50 or so, maybe even more than that. There's a lot of seeds in these pods. All right. Some of these branches are a little hard to cut, but that's okay. They weren't really ready for that frost. And I think there's like one more. This is another good one. This has a combination on it. These are too small. I'm not even going to cut that one. Now, my favorite. This is going to be our best one. That's what I'm talking about. All peanut shells. Now, a very important note. All Canna seeds look alike. The only real difference is maybe the size of them. So after you cut the branch, be very careful collecting them. Do one Canna plant at a time. Don't mix any up. Just get yourself a nice big bag, whether it's plastic or brown paper. Make sure you label it nice and big and then seal it up. You do not want to get any Canna seeds confused. There's absolutely no way to tell the difference between them. Unless maybe if you're a botanist. So I'm here on top of our mystery Canna. Now, if you saw our Garden East walkthrough video, Dan had explained that we bought this one thinking it was a Happy Cleo, which actually is a dwarf. Instead, we have this 10-foot tall giant that we still haven't identified. But it was a gorgeous plant this year, so we're still going to collect the seed pods, and hopefully we'll be able to identify it next year. So I'm going to start collecting, actually I'm going to start cutting the branches. Now these don't exactly look like they're ready, but like I said, we're collecting all of them anyway. This is a combination where it has some peeking out. I really wish that frost didn't come when it did, because I think we would have got a lot more seeds out of this. Let's see, a couple more. Okay. And some of them are even hard to cut, meaning that they're not really ready. This one has a combination of dried, like the peanut shell. Okay, so I'm going to finish this one up and go around the rest of the garden and collect the pods. Okay, so now that you have all your seeds, we're going to show you how to take them out of the pods and store them. Okay, so we're going to be taking the seeds out of these pods. But before you do that, you want to get something soft, whether it's a towel or a mat, because if you're going to be doing this on a hard surface, these seeds are going to go bouncing everywhere. And you're also going to want to get something to collect them in. Okay, so as we said, these sometimes actually look like they're winking at you, and you can see on this example that there's quite a few actually winking. That means that they are definitely ready to be pulled out. This one has a lot actually, and this is going to give a lot of seeds. This is also a good example of the peanut shell. I had said that there's different kind of stages. This one is one that is not quite ready. I see a little bit of green in there, and sometimes it can be green or purple when it's not totally ready. But what we're going to do is we're going to open one of these to show you what a seed that's not quite done looks like. Okay, so we're going to start with this one. This one is totally done. Doesn't matter if you start from the top or the bottom. This is going to be really easy actually to open up. Now, here's two seeds that were ready to come out. They're beautifully round, nice and dark and black. That means that's totally done. And you just keep going around and you collect all the seeds from all the pods. Now you can do this one of two ways. You can pull these off, twist them off like that, and then take the seeds out this way, and then just discard this. This is the peanut shell. You could just throw that out, or you can put it in compost actually. Or what you can do is what we did before, which is to actually keep it on the branch and just kind of peel back the peanut shell, open it up, and take the seeds out that way. I think it's less messy doing it this way. But really, that's going to be up to you. As long as you get the shells out, it really doesn't matter. And look at this one gave us 4. This one little portion of this seed pod gave us 4 seeds. Beautiful seeds. Look at the size of these things too. They're actually a really good size. Very nice. Here's one, just a single one. Even if a seed pod looks small, open it up anyway, because you never know if there's going to be a little seed inside that pod. This one only had 2. See, it went bouncing. If this was on a hard surface, I'd be trying to find out where that thing went. See, once again, that's what's going to happen. That's why something soft is very important. You can actually hear the crackle of these too. These were definitely done. Oh, see another one. Would have went bouncing. Let's see what else. Okay, this one gave us 3. And they're all basically the same size, as you can see. Very uniform. There's another one with 2. Another 2. And another 1. Okay. Moving right along. And some of these are easier to open than others. This one happens to be a very easy one to open because it was ready. Not all of them are like that. Let's go up to this top one because that's another peanut shell. There's two, yep, two in here. There you go. Now you can actually, if you keep it on the branch, you can actually keep track of the ones that you opened. Okay. And this one is a little green. See, I took that off. That one's a little green, but yet it does have a peanut shell on the other side of it. So this one is actually done, and it's a nice size. Now this one, however, on the green side is not. And if you can tell, it's not dark and it's not fully developed at all. So that one unfortunately did not make it. I feel that there's one more in here. Now this one is a good example of one that's almost ready. You can try to plant that. I don't think it's going to do much, but you can try. But if you notice the two different colors, this one's a little bit more red and this one's black. That one's done. This one, not so much. But I'm still going to keep it though. Okay, so now we're going to actually focus on ones that aren't quite done. Let's take this branch for example. Now this one has the peanut shells on the bottom portion of it. We already did the peanut shells on this one, so I don't have to show you that. But what I do want to focus on are these. These are the ones with the bristles on top. Now I just opened that, and if you can tell the color is very light. That's not good. You don't want that. You actually want one that's black. So I'm not even going to keep these. Now this one, which is from the other one that I showed you, if you can tell, there's like 3 different colors here. Okay, black one is done totally. That can definitely be planted. The middle one, very iffy, but I'm going to keep it anyway. And this light one, not even going to keep it. It's just not, it's not going to do anything. And that's unfortunate. And that has a lot to do with that frost that came early. So unfortunately, I can almost guarantee all of these with the bristles on them still are not going to be, I'm not going to be able to do anything with them. See, they're the light colors. Okay, so I'm going to continue on with the good ones. I'm going to put those aside. And like I said, the ones that are like peanut shells, they're good. See? Dark. That's what you want. Okay, so I'm going to continue on with these, and I'm going to show you how to store them. So now that you have all your seeds, you're going to want to store them. Now the most important thing about storing any kind of seed is to make sure they are totally dry. No moisture whatsoever. Even hard shell seeds like Cannas, if there's any moisture, they will collect mold and it's going to ruin them. As for storing them, as long as they're completely dry, you can store them in any kind of plastic container or bag. We actually like to put them inside this parts case that we got from Harbor Freight. It has individual bins and you can take them out and label them, and it even has a lid and it locks. So that you don't have to worry about the seeds going everywhere, and they'll be ready for next season's planting. We'll leave a link below. So I hope you're collecting your Canna seeds. Keep an eye out for our video on collecting and storing Canna rhizomes, where we'll take you back to Garden East and show you how to cut down the stalks and collect the rhizomes. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you found it informative. And if you have any questions on seed collecting, please leave us a comment. We would love to hear from you. And be sure to hit like and subscribe. And if you're enjoying our videos, please share the video and the site with a friend to support this channel. So until next time, remember, yes, we Canna.